We're now on the wildlife corridor, which crosses where 59th Avenue turns into Pinnacle Peak. And Brian, why don't you tell us about the wildlife corridor?
The wildlife corridor was constructed to keep wildlife off the roadways from getting hit, run over, or whatnot. So they built the bridge to keep wildlife crossing back and forth throughout the park for safety, their safety, and plus safety of the drivers and whatnot as well.
So I know that a few years ago there was quite a bit of improvement. I know there was a federal grant, I believe. The median was put in, the road was widened, and the bridge was put in. This was all part of the same project?
Yes, it was. I believe it was probably about 6-7 years ago, somewhere around that area maybe, where they widened the road, put in the bike lanes, and put the median in between the roadway, and then the bridge was constructed at the same time.
So are there any other major improvements further on down the road perspective for the park? Federal grants that we're looking for?
For the trail system, for maintaining the trails, doing different things, grade elevations and whatnot for the trail, getting the water diverted off the trail when we have heavy rains. Back in September when we had that major flooding. We do still have some areas where we're still working on. We're scheduled for this summer when the park's not as busy, so we can get in there with some heavy equipment and do some repairs on the trails as well. So yeah, we're always looking for federal grants or grants through different departments and agencies to do different projects in trail maintenance, maybe adding a new trail here or there, or other projects that could come up. So.
I know when we get a lot of rain, a lot of times the rock will wash down onto the trail and makes the trail a little slipperier just because the rock's loose. Yes. And that's the kind of thing, is to move that loose rock off the trail and make it a little safer.
Yes, we have a lot of Boy Scout groups, a lot of Eagle Scout projects come out here and do that type of work along with us. The volunteers are very good. We have a couple volunteer groups right now that we currently work with that come up here and spend 4 or 5 hours up here. That's pretty lengthy for somebody that sits in an office that it's not used to the work and the heat and the environment. So 3-4 hours we get them out here and they're scraping the rock and the loose rock off the trail, rebuilding the trail a little bit, making it a nice firm surface for them to hike on.
So I know over here to the I guess it would be the east of us, there's another parking area and there's another trailhead over there, and that would be that's the Arrowhead Point Trail.
Yes, that's an Arrowhead Point trailhead there. Just recently the city of Phoenix did some I believe with federal money as well, did Pinnacle Peak roadway improvements there. So we got a new stoplight for the entrance to the park there. Makes it a lot safer entering and exiting the park. And then we have a little bit of an overflow parking lot as well that we added on as well to give extra parking spaces for people that come and visit the park.
That's a very busy trail, and I hike there frequently, and especially on the weekends it gets very crowded there.
Oh yeah, so if you're going to come early. Yeah. Or come early or come late if you're looking for spots.
Now, are you allowed to camp here anywhere in the park?
No camping allowed. No overnight camping either. You're not allowed to be in the park. And like before the hours of operation or sunrise and sunset. The rangers do come in and lock the gates and stuff at sunset, and people are still coming down the trail, whatever. So most exit points you do have a way to get back out if you're here at those times. But we try to get everybody out at sunset.
All right, thank you so much, Brian, for coming out, giving us a tour of the park today, and letting us find out more about it. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. It's a wonderful park. Please come out and enjoy.
There's something for everybody because there's an easy part, and if you want to be challenged, you can hike all the way to the top of some of the mountains. It's a lot more challenging.
A lot more variety of trails too. So if you get packed up on one, there's always a left turn. Everything's marked, you can't get lost.